Jack Wilshere, many congratulations. You're still smiling. How tough was that?
Yeah, it was tough, very tough. There were some challenging moments. One of the toughest things I've done. When you're training and you're pushing yourself, like you kind of push yourself to that point where you, and then of course on the day you have to get to that point and go through it. But yeah, I'm really happy I've done it. I'm really proud.
Yeah. Such a contrast, of course, to your footballing career. How tough was it doing the longer runs?
That was tough. Yeah, that was tough. But you know what? In a way, I enjoyed it as well. What we went through with my daughter. You struggle sometimes with your mental health, and people talk a lot about exercising and running, and them long runs, as boring and as painful as they were, you learn a lot about yourself. You build resilience, and when you actually do it, it's the best feeling ever.
Some valuable thinking time, I guess,
Yes.
when you're out there on your own in all weathers.
Yeah, exactly. And you train through the winter as well, which was dark at times. But yeah, I've enjoyed recently the evening runs. It's been nice.
Yeah. What sort of a reaction have you had from Norwich City and your former pros, footballers?
Yeah, amazing. Got a few texts today. I saw my social media with the Norwich fans sending me love, Arsenal fans sending me love. Yeah, so amazing. It's been a really probably emotional weekend for me this weekend. First game as a head coach yesterday, run the marathon today.
It's quite the weekend.
Yeah, I think I need an evening just to chill a little bit.
We spoke to John Terry, first timer, a few minutes ago. Danny Mills, of course, who's a veteran at these things. There seems to be something about footballers, ex-footballers, turning to marathon running. What is it, do you think?
Yeah, I don't know. I think I've always been the type who tried to do a lot with charity and try and give back through my career. I think you probably don't realise till you finish, but we're in a fortunate position as footballers, and I've finished now, and I see the reaction when some of the players see the kids, and the kids love it. So we're in a really fortunate position, and then of course when something happens that's so close to you, you feel like a real like a personal debt, I suppose, to the British Heart Foundation for all the work they've done, and there's probably harder things you can do, but that for me is probably pushing me to my limit, and I wanted to try and do that to raise awareness.
Yeah. And any idea how much you might have raised today?
Not sure. We've had a good week because we had a golf day the other day where we raised a lot of money, so we'll add it all up tonight.
Great stuff. We wish you well. Go and have a rest. Something to eat?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
What's on the menu?
Anything. I must have lost about 1 million calories, so I'm gonna find them.
Go and stuff your face.
Thank you.